All right, boys, welcome back. Today we have a fun one talking about my everyday carry essentials. This has been a long overdue video in the making. I've gotten a ton of requests for it, but I feel like I finally have a really good setup in terms of the tech that I like, the bags, and everything in between. And I've seen some of my favorite YouTubers recently make these, but I gotta say, I think I like mine the best. So as always, I'll have everything linked in the description below for you guys, as well as some alternatives that I think you may like as well. All right, now I wasn't too sure where to start, but I think everybody wants to know what the go-to fragrance is. This is probably the most frequently asked question I get, but my personal favorite is YSL YEDP. This has been my go-to for almost 2 years now, and honestly, it's still my favorite in my entire collection. And my collection is really extensive, let me tell you. There's some really good ones in there, but in terms of just a great day-to-day and just honestly, I don't know what it is about the smell of this, but there's just something about it. And as far as fragrances go, it's relatively affordable. And what I like about this fragrance is it really is good for every situation. For date night, hanging out with friends, going to the bar, a coffee shop, to the office. I just don't think there's a time or place where this won't work. All right, next up, let's talk about something every guy needs, a good wallet. So this is the Goyard card holder, I'm sure you can tell. I gifted it to myself as a milestone for hitting 100K on TikTok, so definitely something not usual for me in terms of buying a designer name. Now this is gonna vary on a case-by-case basis, but personally, I only ever need to carry 4 cards max anyway and hardly ever have cash on hand. So for me, a card holder was a go-to option. All right guys, I'm actually on vacation editing this video right now, but I was realizing that I didn't give a budget option for this, so I would definitely recommend checking out Grams 28. Now this is not sponsored whatsoever. I truly just think you get such great quality for a really good price. And they were nice enough to share a discount code with me so you can get 20% off site-wide, which is great. Again, I don't get a commission and I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. I just truly believe that you will really like the product. All right, back to the video. Now another item every man needs, or at least in my opinion, should definitely be wearing is a watch. I have a couple of watches and this is my personal favorite from Citizen, which is funny because I consider myself more of a gold guy, but now I kind of like to mix and match jewelry a little bit more. But what really stood out to me and what always gets compliments is this beautiful blue dial. I typically wear neutral colors, so it's just nice that this brings such a pop to a lot of my outfits. Now I actually got this when I did a campaign on TikTok for Citizen back in November of last year. So an amazing watch, and I think it retails for about $600, $700. If you're looking for a good budget watch, I would definitely recommend the Seiko Tank. I got this on Amazon for like $150 and it looks absolute class. I like wearing this for more elevated occasions and date nights, but it's a cheap watch. We'll call it a budget watch, but it's one that will absolutely get you compliments and it looks way more expensive than it actually is. All right, we'll kind of stick on the topic of jewelry somewhat, but I've been really enjoying tracking my heart rate and sleep and all those other metrics recently. And this is the Ultra Human Air ring. I've had this for probably a year and a half and I just started wearing it again recently. And I actually can definitely say I feel like it's made a difference in how I just go about my habits and my day-to-day. I just like the fact that when I look at the app and I see that my sleep score or recovery is not what it should have been, I can correlate that to maybe staying up too late or watching TV later than I should have. There's just a lot of different things that you can look at in terms of maximizing your efficiency and your health overall. And I think it looks good as an accessory piece. I mean, most people won't notice, but when you get up close, I definitely think you can tell. Now, I'm personally not biased between Aura or Ultra Human Ring, but I do know Aura has a monthly subscription service just to even use the app and get the data. So that's a little annoying. And that's kind of why I went with the Ultra Human, just because I don't want to be paying a monthly subscription fee for probably a lot of features that I wouldn't even use anyway. All right, let's stick with some accessories, and I think every guy also needs a good pair of sunglasses. These are the Ray-Ban Zuris, and they're my first pair of Ray-Bans I have ever owned. Now this is really gonna vary depending on your face shape, which sunglass frame looks best on you, but I searched high and wide, and these are the sunglasses I personally think look best on me, but are also very chic and more modern as well. And while I do like nice things, I really debated for a while if spending 180 bucks on a pair of sunglasses would be worthwhile. I've seen so much propaganda about how high they mark up the prices on these, but I splurged, I sent it, and honestly, it's just one of those things when I put it on, it makes me feel so much more confident and put together, similar to a quality watch or a wallet. Now, not even considering the logo, I really just loved the fit of these frames. I knew once I put them on, they were just super different from anything I've seen, and that's kind of why I liked them, honestly, because I was so tired of seeing the same frames on the same guys, and I think these are extremely stylish and fashionable. If you're looking for some more budget options, I would definitely recommend checking out Meller sunglasses. They always have ads on their website saying it's 2 for $65, essentially like a buy one, get one, but they run that literally year round. I bought a few of them myself and I can definitely say it's solid quality for what you get, and they have so many different frames and styles, and it's just a lot cheaper. And if you lose a pair, then you know, you're not really gonna be beating yourself up, to whereas if I lost this pair of Ray-Bans or scratched them or anything happened to them, I would definitely be upset. Recently, I got this bag from Grams 28, and I've been familiar with the brand for well over a year now, but I've never gotten a backpack from them, and the quality on this is unbelievable. There's a few features that I really love about it. It has these really nice high quality buckles to keep the top closed, and then it pops open like that. But it also zips all the way down so you can open it entirely, which is a really unique feature that I don't see on a lot of backpacks. But it also has a packing cube that you can put in it, which is great if you're going to the gym. I like to be able to put my clothes in here. It keeps them much more organized and less likely to wrinkle as well. But overall, just a super high quality backpack. It fits a 16-inch laptop, which is always great, and has more pockets in it than honestly you would ever need. Overall, I think it is just a beautiful backpack, and typically I would go with a leather backpack, and I definitely have some great recommendations for you guys. I own this backpack from Michael Kors. I absolutely love it, and again, get so many compliments on it. Can't recommend it enough. But I would also check out this one from Coach. I think it looks great, and it's also not too crazily priced either. Now let's talk headphones, and I don't think there's a single person that doesn't wear them on a day-to-day basis. My personal favorite by far are the AirPods Pro 2. I had the AirPods Pro 1st gen for a really long time, and I'm a tech nerd at heart, and I own the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones as well, but I just really don't prefer or like the over-the-ear headphones. I find them uncomfortable and they get sweaty when you work out. I don't like them, and the AirPods Pro 2 are absolutely goated. Like, the sound quality is amazing and they're just so discreet, which I really like. And of course, if you're in the Apple ecosystem, it just makes sense because they can switch from devices so easily. And what's great about these especially is if you're working, editing, commuting, traveling, or working out at the gym, I think they're perfect for all of those situations. Now, I understand this might not be an everyday carry for every guy, but if you take photos a lot or if you travel a lot and maybe you have a girlfriend, I'm telling you, she will absolutely love this. You need a dedicated camera. And this is the Canon G7X Mark III. Candidly, I am a Sony guy through and through, but in terms of a point and shoot camera, this one is really tough to beat. It went extremely viral 2 years ago, and even today it's kind of hard to get your hands on it, but in my opinion, it is absolutely worth it. And it has a dedicated flash, which is really clutch for those nighttime photos, and I even think they look so much better when you do use the flash. And again, it may seem intimidating, but it's actually quite simple. I just set it to auto, and that's all you have to do. It's, like I said, it's a point and shoot camera, so your knowledge of cameras does not have to be really high whatsoever. All right, boys, there you have it. There is my everyday carry essentials. I hope you enjoyed. It was really fun to get into the nitty gritty and share all of these. And I'll see you on the next one. Later.